Howdy Sharks, it's Coach Cass here with Hammerhead Fitness, and today we're talking about meal prep. How do we do it? How do we find time for it? And how do we enjoy it? Step one is to create your grocery list. Now, if you're already a client of mine, you have a grocery list in our nutrition guide. If you're not a client and you want that same grocery list, just comment the word grocery on this video and I'll send it to you totally for free. Basically, on this grocery list, it has pages of healthy food options for proteins, carbs, and fats. And this is just an easy list that you can kind of like pick and choose from and mix and match each week, so you can kind of switch it up, and then you have all of your healthy options laid out for you. You can either shop straight from this list, or what you could do is like look up recipes ahead of time on Instagram or something, and then kind of like collect the items that you need for those specific recipes, and then go into the grocery store with those items in mind. But what I would suggest you do is pick up 3 to 5 items in each category every single week. So for example, on this week's grocery haul, for my proteins, I had eggs, egg whites, Greek yogurt, chicken, and ground turkey. So a plethora of options. And then for my carbs, I have white rice, sweet potatoes, sourdough bread, what else did I have? And oatmeal. And then for my fats, I always have olive oil and salted butter, but then I also have some feta cheese and some avocado. And then in addition, I get a variety of fruits and vegetables, strawberries, blueberries, bananas, peaches, whatever I'm in the mood for. And then different vegetables. I think this time I got broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, peppers, whatever you want. Make it fancy or don't. And now it's time to cook. So if I'm being honest, I usually do not follow any type of fancy recipes because I'm not a chef at heart, and frankly, I just don't got time for that. Sometimes it's fun, like, on a Sunday or something, to look up a cute little Instagram recipe and do it, but that's a lot for me sometimes, so I just don't do it. I think the quickest and easiest way to meal prep is to actually do what I like to call ingredient prepping. Cass, what is ingredient prepping? Let me tell you. Essentially what we do, instead of cooking one meal that you have to eat for 5 days straight and then you get super bored with and you're following this extensive recipe and blah, 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 all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook 2 proteins, 2 vegetables, and 2 carbs all at the same time on the same day. So for example, like yesterday I had sweet potatoes in the oven, and I had rice in the rice cooker, and then I had chicken in the crock pot, and then I had ground turkey on the stove, and then I had broccoli and cauliflower in the same pot. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, Cass, that is so much going on, like you stressed out my brain just by saying that. And I know it sounds like a lot, but I promise you this is going to save you time and energy in the long run, okay? And frankly, when I'm done, I just throw everything into the dishwasher and press start, and boom, I'm done. Cleanup is so freaking simple. So, what the benefit of cooking this way is now we can mix and match as we go throughout the week, so we're never getting bored. For example, say I was having my chicken, broccoli, and rice combination, and then all of a sudden halfway through the week, I'm like, I have the chicken ick. Okay, fine, so throw in some of the ground turkey instead. Or say I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just sick of broccoli and rice. Okay, fine, well you have cauliflower and sweet potatoes ready for you. Like, you can mix and match all this little stuff, and then by just making ingredients too, you can like make your own fun meals with those ingredients. So for example, one day with my ground turkey, I just made tacos. Like, just throw it in a taco shell, put some shredded lettuce and tomatoes and a little bit of feta cheese on top, and like, boom, now I have tacos because instead of prepping an actual meal, I just prepped ingredients. So that to me keeps it interesting, and I can just like go throughout my week and switch it up and never get bored with my meal prep. And I just get that excuse all the time. Like, I don't want to eat my meal prep because I'm bored. Well, fine, then stop cooking one meal and eating it 5 days in a row. Just cook ingredients and then mix and match, okay? So that excuse is off the table now. You guys aren't allowed to tell me that anymore. And then this is also good too, because I know a lot of you have families, kids, and you're like, well, when I prep a healthy meal for myself, everyone in my family is like, ew, I don't want that. Well, fine, if you prep ingredients, then they can make whatever they want with those ingredients. And frankly, you should be getting your family to eat healthier too, because it's important. So, that is really all, sharks. I hope this helped you understand how to meal prep more efficiently, how to not get bored, how to enjoy it. This should really only take, like, that whole meal prep process where I'm cooking like a gazillion things at once. It takes me no more than an hour and a half. So I also don't want to hear the excuse that you don't have time, because frankly, you do. Show me your screen time and then tell me again that you don't have time to meal prep. So anyway, just find about 1 or 2, most likely 2, maybe even 3 if you've got a family to feed. Find about 2 times a week where you have an hour and a half to spare. Really, it only takes me, once you get used to it, it only takes me an hour at this point. So just find a time, schedule it in every week, be consistent with that day that you're going to meal prep so that you always have your meals ready. And that's it, y'all. My Sharkies, I hope this helped. And if you're not a Sharky, please like, subscribe, and just follow along for more value.